So there's two types of cards. There's class restricted cards, and there's neutral cards. Class restricted. I'll make a new deck. When you make a new deck, you choose the class. So I'm gonna do something I haven't done before. Mage. Not the biggest fan of mage, to be honest. So these are the mage cards. They're all dedicated to mage. They can't be used by any other class. So just gonna have these here. I'm just gonna select them all just for simple. You can only have 30 cards in your deck as well. So I've already used 13. I've just used 2. And as I said before, you can only have 2 of each card. So in this deck, I've had 2. And while you can get more cards in your collection, you can't have more than 2 cards in your deck itself. So don't be confused by that. So I've just got all the mage ones there just for example. And then these are the neutral cards. I've got quite a lot, so I'm just going to go a quick scroll through them. But these can be used by any class. So I've got like I don't know. I've got around 8 pages. I've got 8 pages of neutral minions. So they're in mana order. So as you can see as I'm scrolling through, they're 1 mana, 1 mana, and then it goes to 2 mana, and then 3 mana, and so on. Something else to note in your collection is that there's crafting, and in crafting mode you can destroy your cards and get what's called arcane dust, and with arcane dust you can make new cards. So all these grayed out cards are ones I don't own. So if I click one, you get this little thing. I can actually make that. I will make that just for demonstration purposes, but it's a waste of dust really. So basically, if I own that card, I could disenchant it on the left here, and it will give me +5 arcane dust. And then if I create it takes 40 arcane dust off me, but it creates the card. So if I click create, it will create the card. It's just going to do a nice animation. There you go, I've got that card. So that is now in my deck. So it's not in my deck, sorry, it's in my collection, so I can add it to my deck. So crafting can be really good. So like if you get cards that you never use or you don't really want, you can just make them into arcane dust. Some cards are rare, because like if you win them in arena, they can be quite rare. And to know if you got a rare card or not, there's like this gem at the bottom. Basically, I don't really know the color code because there's white ones, so like over here it's white. I'm guessing white isn't very rare because you can make them, and then blue's probably slightly rarer, and then there's probably a rarer one. But yeah, and then once you make your deck, so I'm still missing cards from my deck, so I'm just going to click done, and I'm going to ask it to auto finish for me, and it will auto finish the deck. So now I've got 30 cards. I recommend looking through your cards if you do it this way, just to make sure it hasn't put in some really rubbish cards, because you don't want to go into an online game having a computer built deck and realise you got a really bad deck. So I'm just going to name this RamuneGaming. I spelled gaming wrong. Gaming. So that's my deck. So you can have, I'm going to go back into claim. You can have up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can have 9 decks. Oh, it says at the bottom, I don't know why I counted them. You can have 9 decks. So you can have, because there's 9 heroes, you could essentially have a deck for each hero or for each class. But yeah, alright, so something else to mention before I go into the game is you have a store, and with store you can spend gold on a pack, which is 100 in-game money. Gold is in-game money, but you can opt in to use real life money. So here's like £2 for 2 packs, and what you do once you've got that, you can buy a pack, and when you buy a pack it will come here, and then you open the pack and you'll get a screen like this. I don't have any so I can't show you, but you'll drag it from here into there and it'll unlock it. If you watch my arena video, I'm planning on winning. Not to say I will, but I'm planning on winning. So hopefully I will get some stuff there, and it's essentially the same thing as opening packs. And it's put me into my country for something. The other interesting thing is when you play online, you get quests. Down here I've got a quest, and my quest is to win 2 games with Druid or Rogue. I did have another one, but I completed that earlier just so I could get enough money for a ring, so when I do my other video I'll have enough. So basically the the quest is just to complete that, and that's in play only or arena. Play or arena. You can't do it in practice. You can't do it against a friend. It has to be play or arena, because otherwise people are going to abuse it and just get a friend to let them kill them, and so they can get it. And basically, when you complete quests, you get gold. Obviously, this is 40 gold, so now we'll go into my thing, and I'll get 190 gold, and that's how you pretty much earn money. Also, when you win 3 games online, you get 10 gold. So that's also adds to you. So essentially you can get 50 gold. Something about the quest though is it's daily, so you get new ones each day. But if you've, as far as I'm aware, if you've already got one and you haven't completed it by the end of the day, you'll still keep it, but then you won't get a new one for that one. So it's best to clear them daily. But you don't have to. But it's just nice to get gold, because then you can get more cards and then you can make better decks.